Lucy Fizz, as we live and breathe, here we are down at Cafe Mambo in San Antonio, Ibiza. I'm going to kick it right off. I'm going to dive straight in. Give me Glitterbox in 3 words, according to Lucy Fizz.
Fabulous, inclusive disco.
Wonderful.
I think that pretty much sums up everything that we do at Glitterbox.
I think that's what a lot of people think actually about Glitterbox, and that's why, you know, this is such an affinity with like the LGBTQ community and this particular event. I just wanted to before I get into the actual event and the label, I want to know who you are, where you've come from, and how you've ended up finding yourself here being, I'm going to say pretty much the mother to a lot of the Glitterbox performers. Tell us.
Well, I'm,
Babe, it's all good. So I'm going to break it down for you. So we'll do a Cilla Black style sort of thing. Who are you and where'd you come from? What's your name? Where'd you come from? Let's make it really simple.
So, I'm Lucy Fizz. I'm from the north of England originally. I moved to London when I was 19 to study medicine, of all things. And I kind of basically found my life on the dance floor. And I went out partying loads and loads and loads. And I was always that person at the party who would be up on the bar, dancing around in the bar and knickers, or like clambering on top of the speaker stack to get the best like dancing spot. And people just started booking me to dance at their events and like bring their parties to life.
And you found yourself here now at Glitterbox in Ibiza. You know, you've done, how many seasons have you done now doing Glitterbox in Ibiza?
Ooh, you know what? With COVID, that is all kind of lost. If I can't remember to count it up. But I started in 2015 when Glitterbox did their first year at High, which was actually at the time Space. And I came over with a group of the Sink the Pink Queens. And we'd kind of been enlisted by Glitterbox to bring some fabulousness to the party. And then from that, I became part of the fabric of Glitterbox.
Yeah. It's interesting. So why do you feel, I mean, I assume that, you know, because you've been at such a great time, so we've got some good music going on in the background here. Why do you feel, I assume you feel so at home with the label and the events? What to you is it about the label and the events that makes you feel at home and has made you stick around for so long?
Working at Glitterbox always feels like coming home. Like I know it's really cheesy, but it's true. Everyone's like a big family, and we've all worked together in like different capacities over the years. Mm-hmm. The music is like, it's full of love. It's about celebrating life. It's, you know, there's so much joy in the music, and it's hard not to go to work with a smile on your face and like feel welcome. And at the same time, we're being really intentional and trying to create this like inclusive space. All the time we're working to make Glitterbox more and more inclusive, so that everyone can feel at home on our dance floor. Yeah.
You're being very animated with your mic there. You just might want to watch that just
Sorry.
a little bit. I mean, you are a very animated
literally the worst
person.
person at standing
But I
still.
love this. I actually wanted to just touch on this because we were talking before we actually stood here with these microphones. And you said that, you know, you don't always feel comfortable in front of this camera and with the microphone and being on the spotlight. But what I want to do today is I want to spotlight people like you know, fabulous, you know, people who make what this night and events and label is. What is it about being up on the stage, in those boxes, dancing your night away, that makes you feel more powerful compared to being here, down on this beautiful beach here? What's the difference here? Why? Can you give us an insight into what the difference is and how each environment makes you feel?
I mean, there's quite a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, I know. I
probably
really got the old spade out
actually,
there, and I was going for it.
I have quite a lot of that to unpack myself still. But I think, as queer people, we're often ostracized. We are made to feel other. We're made not to feel welcome. At school, I was bullied, like a lot of queer people.
Mm-hmm.
And to be real, for want of a better word, and be like speaking about me and like really personal stuff, I find quite challenging sometimes.
Why do you think that is? Like, because if you're like such a performer, everybody expects you to be so out there, and putting yourself out there. You're one of the most vibrant and energetic performers I've ever seen at a club night. I mean, like, let's be honest, like Glitterbox isn't the first event to ever have dancers and performers at, but you are one of the most energetic people up there that I've ever seen. So how, for somebody who's a fan of Glitterbox or goes to the events, how do you go from being that energy to then being this quite meek and, shy woman? Look at her go! Look at her! She's like, no, I'm shy! I'm shy! How can you give us an insight into what that is about?
There's a sense of like being on the stage and getting dressed up and
is it empowering?
Feeling yourself. It's empowering. But also, like, I think for me personally, it's a lot about getting lost in the music. The music at Glitterbox as well, disco and house, it's very like, it has these things like strong themes of love and acceptance. And, you can go on like such a journey with the music. And I think I just get lost in that, and it helps, just to forget all the bullshit, like all the other crap.
Yeah.
Like it's just like lost under
It's an escape.
under the disco ball.
So Lucy, like coming off the back of that, what do you think is a track, either from Glitterbox the label or somebody who might have played that track at an event, that reminds you of a really special moment at an event that you've gigged at? Give us a tune that really rings special to you. It could be your all-time favourite, or it could be something that's really fresh in your mind.
So I have something new, which is kind of like, I feel like it's a bit of a soundtrack to our summer in Ibiza at Glitterbox. It's the new Cats and Dogs track featuring Lolita Leopard, Diva, and it's just like fabulous and fierce and empowering and kind of like everything that you want to feel when you're like strutting around on the dance floor.
Have you been dancing to it yet at your gigs?
We've been dancing to it all summer at Glitterbox, and I cannot get enough. Also, you need to check out the Instagram video that we did of like this super sexy car wash with how we have the big car with the glitter ball?
There's a car wash outside high.
We did like a super sexy car wash video, and that soundtracked it at the start of the season, and it's just like, bam, it's so fierce.
Yeah. And is there like a wild moment? What's the wildest moment that you can remember from now? You can be as honest as you like, Lucy. It's all good. We're all friends here. What's a wild moment?
I don't think my wildest moments are really appropriate for airing in public.
I've seen you crowd surfing, come on.
I mean, yeah, the like crowd surfing, across the main stage at Defected Croatia.
Yeah.
So I would love a crowd surf. There are much more wild times.
But you're so dainty, it's not much to support.
Oh, honey, I'm not. If you were underneath me, you would not be saying that.
Do you know what? I'd support you anytime, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly.
That's what we're here for.
I'm going to finish off with something fairly simple, actually. If you could describe to me in 3 words, how does Ibiza, because this is where it all started, right? How does Ibiza make you feel inside? Give me 3 words.
Oh. I don't know.
I did send these questions to you, Lucy. It's great to know that you thought about it.
I didn't see this one about Ibiza in 3 words.
Yeah, how does Ibiza make you feel inside? We're right here, right now. What's the feeling inside you? I want us to get a little insight into what you feel.
Hot and sexy.
You say those 3 again?
Euphoric, hot and sexy. That's Ibiza for me.
Can you do it one more time, but straight
One more time from the top. Euphoric, hot, and sexy.
Perfect. I'm going to ask you as well, just to finish off, is there a favourite thing about Glitterbox? Whether, is it the label, is it the artists and the DJs, is it the festivals you do, or is it where it all began in Ibiza? What's the favourite thing about Glitterbox? Because it's so all over now. What is it for you?
For me, I think the community is possibly my favourite thing about Glitterbox. You know, we've just, not to harp back to COVID again, but we're not long out of it, and the sense of community that we had doing the live streams during that, it was amazing. And it's so fab to see how that grows at the events, on social media. You know, like, social media has this great power to connect us all, and how the people who come to Glitterbox every week can then interact with us and like carry on that conversation and build.
Painting that picture for us, which you've just done so beautifully.
Sorry.
Beautiful, it's all right. Painting
All right.
it's all right. Painting that picture for us, which you've just done so beautifully. How do you feel that that beautiful party that you've just described fits into the wider context of what's happening in the world? I'm talking about, you know, how maybe LGBTQ people are being treated at the moment. You know, do you feel that Glitterbox has a responsibility as a inclusive night, which isn't explicitly LGBTQ, but has an affinity with our community? Do you recognise the indirect responsibility it has in uplifting queer people and artists and talent?
Yes.
Exhibit A.
Yeah, I think Glitterbox does this pretty well. You know, we're the poster girls for it. We're all over Ibiza. We've got like a huge roster of queer performers that we work with, and we're always striving to make the party more inclusive and more like a welcoming space for everyone. Which is super important in these times when increasingly people are becoming, I don't know, it feels more and more polarized. And there's so much negativity in the world, like, you can't escape it.
Mm-hmm.
And to have somewhere like Glitterbox where you can come, and we encourage everyone to leave all the bullshit outside and come and be your most fabulous self and like express yourself freely, dance with everyone, meet new people, meet people you would never meet before, like build a community. I just think it's a really wonderful thing that we're doing.
I couldn't put it better myself. Honestly, Lucy, it's been a pleasure chatting to you and getting to peel back the curtain somewhat and bring your lovely little personality out. She's a shy girl, but I know she's going to be on that stage tonight, screaming louder than everyone else. Lucy, you're a doll. Thank you so much.
Sorry, your ears.